guys, it's Doggy Lover Gamer. I mostly do gaming videos, but I've got this very interesting story got for you. It's a scary story. It's about this girl, Bella, who had such a bad experience in her favorite woods. So, let's go. Girl, Bella, one time wanted to go to her favorite woods, right? So she went to her favorite woods. She kind of the trail was that there was this little trail where you would have to go straight, then I think somewhere left or either right or somewhere like that, and there would be this little stream. Then she would walk right by the stream, and there would be this river, right, where you would head west, and she would head to the river, and then there would be this man-made lake, which she really loved. So this one day, she decided to head to where the lake, it was 2019, I think, there. So she headed to the lake. It was a good experience until she kind of walked near right by the stream, kind of, and she saw this beaver carcass, I don't know, it was a beaver with its head cut off, and mostly she thought, oh yeah, it maybe is an animal, but it was quite weird because the beaver's head was like sliced open, like with a knife, right? So she thought it was kind of weird, but she decided, all right, I'll move on. And when she hit the river, she headed, of course, west, as we all know here. So she headed left to west, probably left. I don't know specifically on which direction she was, but where she headed to west, and then she walked a bit on the river, and then she would hit the man-made lake. She spent some time in the man-made lake, and it was a good day, but walking, like speed running through, not speed running, but I mean like walking at a normal pace, like a pace, right, a normal pace, from the man-made lake or from her car, let's say, to the man-made lake, it is about 2 hours. So it was a long time, right? So she would head back to her car in that specific lake, and she walked by the carcass again, which was just by the stream, right? She would walk by the carcass. She thought and didn't think anything about the carcass, and she headed back on that little trail which veers off from the little stream thing, and she headed back in her car and drove home. And after like a week, I think it was a week, after a week she decided, I think it was after college, yeah, she ended college after a week, and she decided, all right, because I ended college, I want to celebrate it by going to the woods alone again. So she headed into the woods, drove her car to the edge of the woods, exited her car, went like right or left into the woods, whatever, I'm like talking some weird things about now, but she headed onto the trail towards the little stream. She was about half an hour in, and she hit the stream, and she headed left, right? Well, left or right or whatever, I don't know specifically. It depends how the forest layout is. But when she headed right by that stream, the beaver carcass, the beaver without the head, the beaver's body with the, of course, arms and legs still on, the beaver body was still there, and Bella thought it was very weird. The girl's name was Bella, if I didn't already tell you, but Bella thought it was really weird. So she thought nothing of it, because listen guys, if animals want to eat something, right, they would hunt the beaver and they would eat all of the beaver, right? And the head would be lying down, and the head would be roughened up, maybe a bit of the head would be a bit eaten, you know. The thing was that Bella thought really nothing of it, because, you know, maybe animals would come there, but probably they wouldn't if they have much yummier things to eat, you know. So Bella continued to head right by the stream. Oh, and I didn't mention before, like the week before, when she was near the carcass, she heard this bell sound, right? Bell sound. and it was for a while. The bell sound was for a while, but then it stopped. It was quite quiet, but it was a. And that exact day after the week, right now where we are right now, when she still saw the beaver carcass, she heard the bell again. The bell again, right? And she thought it's really weird. But the bell again stopped. So Bella thought, all right, that's very weird. That's already very suspicious. And on that exact day, the weather said it would be raining in the afternoon. And it will be kind of overcast, dark, that it will be kind of dark from already maybe 7 or 8 p.m. So she wanted to get to the man-made lake, just walk away from the man-made lake, right by the beaver carcass, and head back to her car, right? About, 3 hours. But that wasn't what happened, unfortunately. So she headed straight, and then she hit the river, right? She headed west, and she got to the man-made lake, but the weather started darkening up, and it started getting very rainy and dark, overcast. But Bella really, really wanted to get to that river. That man-made lake. So she went to the man-made lake. She almost hit the man-made lake kind of checkpoints. She still had like half an hour, but it started pouring rain. There's a lot of rain already pouring. So Bella decided, all right, I'll go back, and she started like fast walking, right? Not specifically sprinting, but she started fast walking. So when she started fast walking, she was a bit worried because she knew she really needed 2 hours, 2 hours definitely, to just get to her car, right? It was already bad rain when she hit the beaver carcass, because the beaver carcass was of course still there when she headed back, when the rain was already very bad. The beaver carcass was still there, but the beaver carcass's body was hung. But Bella didn't see it. She was just focused on kind of speed walking to her car, right? It was still right by the little stream. She hit her head somewhere, and she was like, what was that? And she was like turning all of a sudden turning around and looking what the thing was that hurt her head a bit. And when she looked up, then she noticed right by her head is the beaver carcass. So she kind of backed up a bit, and she almost vomited. She gagged and vomited, almost. But of course she didn't let it out. She just started rubbing her head right where the beaver thing kind of touched her, and she was like, oh my gosh. Then she just started already a bit kind of jogging already, and when she was jogging, she heard the bell again, and she thought, oh my gosh. And she knew that the bell isn't about going down the stream or going down the river somewhere, which was already a lot away, like 30 minutes away the river was already. So she got very scared and started sprinting, very much sprinting. And after about 7 minutes of sprinting, she still heard the bell. She still heard the bell, but she decided to stop and rest for a bit. So when she rested, she heard the bell again. And she was already so terrified. The rain was pouring, and she knew she has at least an hour to get her car. That's like if you are speed running through the forest, right? And she decided, okay, I'll do that. And she started sprinting, but more she sprints, more scared she gets, and she doesn't want to look behind her what the thing was that was creating the bell sounds, right? Remember, a week ago the bell sounds also were there, so it was completely the same, but much more scarier. And she knew something was probably chasing her, so she ran for a few more minutes, right? And she got so scared, she called her dad, right? She called her dad. She said, oh my gosh, there is this thing chasing me. Please come to the forest. I'm like an hour away from the main road from my car, right? And the parents were like, oh my gosh, what's happening to our daughter? And they got in their car, they sped those a few miles to the forest, and they saw their daughter's car, of course, Bella's car. But then when Bella was already sprinting for like 10 minutes, completely exhausted, she tripped. She was like, oh my gosh, what is chasing me? Like, what is chasing me? I want to know, but I don't want to know. I want to meet my parents. And I'm like 40 minutes away from my car. That's minimum, right? If I'm speed running through, that's minimum, at least 40 minutes. And the thing was that she was so tired from running, she almost passed out. But whereas she gained herself, she was like, calm it down, and she was like running through those situations. Maybe it's an animal chasing her with a bear thing in its mouth, maybe it's a dog, maybe it's something, but a dog's thing, like a dog's neck thing, couldn't be like that, like, right? The dog's neck case, I don't know how to call it. The dog's necklace thing. Necklace? No, yeah, we'll just call it necklace. The dog's thing, which around this. And she stopped, and she was like, and the bear stopped. The bear calmed down, the rain was pouring still, and her heart was so racing, she like couldn't stop. She was breathing so hard. Then she decided that she would look behind her. What is behind her? And when she looked behind her, you know what she saw? She saw this black figure slash this skinwalker thing, right? If you know what a skinwalker is. And she saw this thing, and she was like, oh my god, what is that? And she sprinted even faster, as fast as she can. And then she just sprinted. She was so tired. She was tripping again, and you know, it was all chaos, you know. And she got, you know, she got to her parents, and she was like running and crying already. He got into her dad's arms, and the dad and of course the mother also, they three ran to the car, to the parents' car. And when they were in the car, they were like, I heard the bell, and they were all crying and, you know, talking about all of that. They were crying, and also Bella, where she went to the police station and filed a report. But the weird thing was, no footprints were discovered when the police went to that exact forest. They even went all the way to the lake, and they didn't find it, the man-made lake. They didn't find footprints. But the interesting thing was, there was a T-shirt or a top tank thing that was completely folded up, completely. Just, you know. It was folded up and standing on the log, and nobody knows what actually was the figure. Alright guys, thank you for watching. It was a lot of fun to tell you finally a interesting story. This is a true story as well. Definitely just head to the channel MRBALLEN, MRBALLEN. It's a good channel. Just check out that channel. He also has the same story. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll meet you tomorrow in GTA 5. Bye bye.